Hey guys, it's Audra and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, this is a very exciting video because it is the very last video of the year, which is crazy. I can't believe that 2020 is finally over. But this gets me into my little introduction for my video. So, instead of doing a monthly favorites video since it's the last day of the month, I'm going to be doing a yearly recap. So, what this is going to be is basically just me going through every month of the year and kind of what I did and what my favorite memories were and how my whole entire year went, and take you guys on a year in the life of Audra journey with me. So if you guys are up for it, let's get into it. Let's start off with January. January was probably the most fun month for me. I got to do so much stuff, and it was a really fun way to start off the year because it was before all the lockdown and the craziness happened with coronavirus. So I actually got to spend the entire month of January in California, which was so awesome. Me and the whole entire band got to go to Disneyland, which you know how much I love Disney. Best experience of my life. I'd never been to Disneyland. It was my first time. I usually go to Disney World, which is in Florida, but we went to Disneyland in California because we were there for the NAMM Festival, which was also super fun. It's just kind of like a little music convention thing. But we all got to spend the whole entire month of January in California. We went to Disney, we went to NAMM, then we got to do some writing for the whole month, and it was so much fun. It was such a fun way to just kick off the year. Who would have guessed that the year would end up like it is? But I still have like those very good memories of traveling with everybody and having just a really good start to the year. So let's keep going. One of my most favorite memories in February was actually going to visit my friend Haley, who you guys have obviously seen on the channel. I went to Pitt, where she goes to school, and like Pittsburgh area, and I visited her for her birthday. So me and our other really good friend Jordan went down to visit Haley for the whole entire weekend for her birthday. So I was in Pittsburgh for like 5 days straight, just randomly in the middle of the week. Haley was like literally in school, like in class, and I was just like chilling in her dorm, and Jordan met us there from her school, and we celebrated Haley's birthday in Pittsburgh, and it was so much fun. It had been a while since we had seen each other after everybody like went back to school and I was in California, so it was a really nice just kind of like get together in February for her birthday. And also in February, I'll just throw this in there too, I was attending so many wrestling tournaments because at this point my brother was still doing all of his sports in school, so I was at a wrestling tournament basically every single weekend of my life, which I'm not even complaining about. You know what? It was super fun. I enjoyed it. That's why it's on here. That's why I'm mentioning it, because I loved it. So yes, February was full of friends and family, mostly just Haley and Jordan and wrestling season. So that's what my February was like. Now we get to March, which is where things get a little weird. So March was kind of like the last big hurrah before we went into lockdown here in Erie, Pennsylvania. So in March, we got together with a bunch of our very close family friends and other friends and like family, and we had a huge St. Patrick's Day party because we are a little bit Irish, if you didn't know. So we celebrate St. Patty's Day like crazy. So we had this huge St. Patty's Day thing. Not actually huge, it was just like a few of us, like all of our friends. But that was like our last big thing. And then literally like days after that happened, like coronavirus wasn't even like a thing in Erie at that point. Literally like a week later, we completely go into shutdown. And that was it. That was the entirety of March. Haley quarantined in our house, and me and her literally just sat here, and we were like, now what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do with this? And yeah, that was literally all of March, was that one big fun thing for St. Patty's Day, and then bam, nothing. The whole world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. Any Hamilton fans out there? Because you know I am. So yeah, there's my March recap. Moving on to April. In April, honestly, there wasn't much crazy going on. I just have a lot of good memories since we were in quarantine of just spending a lot of time with my family because obviously we weren't allowed to go anywhere. Everybody was working from home and there was nothing to really do. So we really just like got really close. It was like a whole little bonding experience for us. But I remember we took like a lot of trips to the beach over this like time period, and it actually wasn't even that warm, but we were just like, we need to just go outside and do something because I cannot be cramped up in this house for any longer. So I remember going to the beach a ton, playing games, building puzzles. I cannot tell you how many puzzles I built in the month of April. Baffles me. I literally could not even tell you the number, but it's probably over like 10, which that's a little much. But like, what else are we supposed to do? In April is also when we started doing our double uploads. So my schedule did get a little busy because that's when we started doing our double uploads. That's when we started doing our live streams on our YouTube channel. And that's when all of that stuff kind of happened. So at the beginning of April, it was pretty chill. We were still just like in the whole quarantine mode. Didn't really talk about what we were going to do as a band. And then all of a sudden, we just had a Skype call and we were like, this is what we're doing. We're going to do double uploads. We're going to start live streaming every single week. And that's when all the craziness began. And I started shooting videos in my basement. And now look at me. I'm shooting videos in my bedroom. So quarantine has taught me a lot, obviously, as you can see. But yeah, that was super weird for me because I never really was involved in like the actual video side of like the music videos, like filming and stuff. So having to learn how to do all of that, which honestly wasn't that much because it obviously wasn't as like intense as our actual videos. But having to like learn to do all of that was crazy. But it was so worth it, obviously, because it made you guys enjoy your quarantine a little bit more. It made us enjoy our quarantine a little bit more. So it was definitely worth it in the long run. May, the exciting month of May. Actually true, it was an exciting month. My little brother Ryan bought his first car because he now is about to turn 16, which that's scary. And I was like, oh, my little baby is growing up. And then also exciting, we went back to the studio. So Yuri went from red or whatever to like yellow, whatever the scale is. So instead of filming in my basement, I got to go back to the studio and film videos. And it's crazy because I vividly remember the first two videos that we filmed back, and it was somebody that I used to know in Misery Business. We filmed them both in the same night. And I was so excited to be back in the studio to do Misery Business because I knew that people were going to be very excited about that cover. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hope that we're able to go back and I don't have to just film this in my basement by myself because that song is just so fun for us all to play together. So going back to the studio in May was very exciting. Obviously, we still weren't teaching lessons because we didn't want so many people coming in and out, but the four of us were able to go back and start shooting videos again in our normal spot, which was very nice. It was just kind of like a return to like the normalcy of just like going to the studio and working every day, which I definitely appreciated after being cooped up in my house. We're moving on to July, my favorite month of the year. Guess why? It's my birthday month. Just kidding, but it actually was one of my favorite months of the year, maybe besides January. In July, we drove all the way from little old Erie, Pennsylvania to Arizona. A 2-day drive. We drove 2 full days to get to Arizona. And you know what? It was so much fun. So I got to also spend the whole entire month of July in Arizona, which was so much fun. I had never been to Arizona. I got to celebrate my 19th birthday in Arizona with Sam and Matt. They baked me like a cookie cake and it was so much fun. And we were recording recording original songs. I got to record one of our original songs on my birthday, and I cannot wait until you guys are able to hear these because it was just so fun, and it's just like a memory that I'll always have, and I'll always remember exactly what song it is too. But it was just like such a cool thing to be doing that on my birthday for the whole month of July. It was just a nice kind of like escape from reality at the time, honestly, because we weren't allowed to like travel for a while. We weren't allowed to do anything. All of our plans for earlier in the year were canceled. We were actually supposed to travel to California in March, and everything got canceled. So being able to go in July was definitely something that was very exciting, and just like such a fun experience to drive all the way. We literally drove all the way across the country. That's insane to me still to think about. And we made it alive, which is amazing. One more thing about July that I literally almost just forgot about. I dyed my hair in July. I became a brand new Audra in July. Like, can you picture me without this hair now? I can't. Like, I want this forever. I'm keeping this forever. That's what we're doing. Dyed my hair in July. August. We're almost done. We're almost through the whole year. That's how fast this year actually felt, is like how fast this video is, not gonna lie. In August, I have one memory only. That's it. In August, my car basically exploded. So I'll give you the rundown. I was with my friend Bree, who you guys have seen in a previous video, in my coffee video. We're driving around, we're going to she needs to get like groceries, or we need to get something from Target. So we're in Target, I start my car to leave. Huge bang. Sounded like somebody just smashed like a Yeti water bottle on like cement. And I'm like, oh, that was weird. I'm like putting the music on my phone, sitting in the parking lot, look up, my car's just smoking. The whole entire hood is smoking. And I was like, oh my god, my car is on fire. It wasn't actually on fire. It was just smoking. I still know what's wrong with it. So nothing was actually wrong with it, but I decided that it was time to get a new car. So in August, I bought my brand new car, which was very exciting because that car that I got rid of was my first car. And that was like another big milestone. That was like my first like adult purchase, which is scary. I don't like that. But I do love my new car, and so that was a very, very cool August memory, also very scary. I ended up getting a new car literally within 3 days because I didn't know what to do with my other car. I was just like, bye, see you later, see you never, I guess. September was another month just kind of spent with family and friends because we were trying to get in as much time obviously as possible before something crazy happened again with lockdowns, because obviously nothing in PA was as crazy as like anywhere else, especially Erie. There's not really much that goes on here. I took another trip down to Pittsburgh to see Haley because it had been a very long time since I'd seen her, and she also took a trip up here. So me and Jordan went to Pittsburgh, and then Haley and Jordan came back to Erie, and we just had like a few friends weekends. So we did some cute fall things, you know, we carved pumpkins and watched like Halloween movies and stuff, which was very fun. And it was also the start of football season for my brother. So I was attending football games in the cold weather a lot of Fridays in September. And that was once I was able to go again, because for a while they weren't allowing any spectators into the football games, so I wasn't allowed to go watch him, which was very sad because I love watching my brother do what he likes to do, just like he likes watching me do what I like to do. So I love going to all of his sporting events and stuff. So I was very sad when I couldn't go to his football games. And then it reopened and I was able to go in September, which was really nice. And just see all my family and friends, which obviously you guys know I love to do and is super important to me. So that was a very good month. In October, we did a lot of 1st to 11 stuff. October was a very busy month for us. So October is actually when we shot all of our Christmas videos. Surprise, we were done with them since October, which I love doing. So I loved decorating the studio, recording, getting all the Christmas songs done. So much fun. Makes me cry though because I want Christmas like in October then. Also, we filmed our Halloween videos, which I love so much. That's like probably my favorite memory of October, was filming those Halloween videos, getting our kiss makeup done. So fun. Filming the kiss video, so awkward because number one, did you see those costumes? I mean, what were we supposed to do? And also getting to dress up as a freaking Disney princess. I got to dress up as a Disney princess for our Halloween video. Life dream complete. I don't need to do anything else. I'm done. I quit. I'm done. Just kidding. But yes, that was a very exciting moment for me. Everybody was basically just staring at me like, are you having fun, Audra? And I was like crying. I was like, yes, I had so much fun. I love it. So those are my favorite October things. November! Only 2 months left! In November, lots of things happened. Number one, first thing, voted in my very first election, which was very exciting to me. I think it's so important to vote, and I think it's so cool to think that like we as like people can just make a difference in the world just by doing this one little task every 4 years, just voting. And it was a very exciting moment for me. I went with my mom, and it was just really cool to think like, wow, when you're younger you always just think about this and you never actually think that it's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden you're 19 years old voting in your first election, or 18. I'm just younger. Like my birthday's in July, so I didn't get to vote till I was 19. That was very, very exciting for me. I just think that it's such a cool experience and such a cool thing that we get to do. Also in November, we took a little trip to Michigan. If you guys follow like the First to 11 stuff, you definitely have seen the crazy live stream from that. But we went to go see our producer who does all of our covers, Nick. And we got to write some original songs with him. Super fun. I got to hang out with his dogs all the time while we were there. They're so adorable. Maybe I'll put a little picture of them because they were so cute, and Slinky loved me. Also, in November, is one of my favorite days of the year. Thanksgiving Eve, the night before Thanksgiving. We get together with our very close family friends, and we have this thing that we do called Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, which is literally exactly like what it sounds like. So we all go over and we watch the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving episodes that air on TV that night. And it is like the best night of the year. We just eat popcorn and eat dinner and like hang out, and we celebrate kind of like a Friendsgiving together the night before Thanksgiving. And our parents like go out to dinner, and we stay home and watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and I look forward to that night every single year, and I love all of those people and that whole event, and I love that it's just like a time for us all to get together. So Charlie Brown Thanksgiving was the highlight of my November. We are on to the very last month of the year. I really hope you guys enjoyed me taking you through my whole entire year. Comment below. I would love to hear some of your favorite memories of 2020, because I know that this year has been a little rough, but I thought it would just be fun to go back and think about all the good things that have happened this year. Even if they're just small things, I think it's good to just go back and think positive about this whole entire year and try to look on the bright side and hopes that 2021 will be even more exciting. So for my December, I have one thing and one thing only I'm going to say. We hit 1 million subscribers in December of 2020. I literally have no words. I am so thankful for every single one of you who have supported us through everything. And I know I say this all the time, that I wouldn't get to do this without you guys, but I'm dead serious. I would not be doing this right now and would not be able to do what I love to do if it wasn't for you. And that seriously means the world to me. Hitting 1 million subscribers was probably the most exciting thing ever. I was actually at a Christmas thing with my family friends, the same ones from the Charlie Brown stuff, all of them, from St. Patrick's Day. and we hit 1 million subscribers, I jumped out of my chair and I was like, oh my gosh, we're at 1 million. Everybody's screaming, we're celebrating. It was so awesome. Matt called me, we FaceTimed. Matt FaceTimed me from the studio and he was just yelling like as loud as he could. It was so amazing, and I didn't think we were going to be as excited as we were because we were anticipating it and we were just waiting and waiting. But once we hit it and I just saw that 1 million on the screen, I was like, oh my gosh, this is real life. It's actually happening. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. And thank you for such an amazing year. Thank you for watching this video and for supporting me on my own YouTube channel and on First to 11's channel. And if you celebrate, today is Christmas, so Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If you don't celebrate, just another hangout day on Audra's YouTube. So again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for such an amazing 2020. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, click the notification button so you don't miss a new upload every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye! I will see you in 2021!